How did a 19th century Swedish folk tune become one of the most beloved and popular songs in America today and in the world? I'm going to reveal the whole story to you. Well, part of the story. But first, I want to play what I imagine the Swedish folk tune might have sounded like. Um, and then I'll tell you the story and play the song that we know today. So here it goes. And you can guess what it is probably when you hear my version of this folk tune. Did you guess what it is? How Great Thou Art. Now, I did some research. I could not find the name of the Swedish folk tune. And in my limited search, I couldn't find anybody to play what they thought it originally sounded like. But in 1885, a Swedish minister, a man of the cloth, um, was received some inspiration. He was in Sweden, and there was a sudden thunderstorm that came up, very violent storm. But within minutes, the storm had subsided and passed. And the next thing he observed was the birds were singing and the beautiful mountains around. And he wrote a poem uh, based on what he was experiencing at the moment. He then set the poem to this Swedish folk tune. And this was in 1885. Now, as the story goes, time went on. The tune became gained great. It was now a hymn in Sweden, and it gained great popularity in Russia, the Ukraine, throughout at least Eastern Europe. And decades later, a British, um, and the Swedish minister, his name was Carl Boberg. I neglected to tell you that. Um, so, a British minister by the name of Stuart Hine, Stuart K. Hine, um, heard this hymn. I think he heard it in maybe Russian or something, and he loved it. And he wrote an English translation, or he adapted it to the English language. And in time, this hymn was carried to the Americas. Now, still the song was uh, not that popular in America. But in the 1950s, there was the Billy Graham crusades going on. And Billy Graham's, I think he was his musical director or something. Last name was Shea. Um, I remember the name a little bit from my childhood. Um, he said, "Hey, this is a beautiful song. We love the lyrics to this hymn. Let's uh, have everybody play it and sing it in our crusades." And that's how the song "How Great Thou Art" became so popular in the United States because of the Billy Graham crusades. Today, I think you can find a recording of this song by all kinds of famous people, including Elvis Presley and so many people have recorded this song. So that's the history of it. I wish today we knew a little bit more about the Swedish folk tune, which reportedly was in 3/4 time, more of a swinging ballad uh, rather than the song we have today, which is in 4/4 time and much slower. So it's going to be my pleasure now to play for you How Great Thou Art. Well, I hope you like that. I sure love playing it. And my name's Eric. If you have some comments about this, or if you happen to know the mystery name of the Swedish folk tune, just drop your comments below. Um, also, um, yeah, that's about it. I'll see you in the next video, and it will be back to some old time and Irish folk tunes. Talk to you later.